back to another episode. This is The Industry, I Guess. I'm Brooke Morrison.
I'm Tetris Kelly.
We have a very exciting guest on the show today. I'm super excited. He's iconic. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, guys. Nice to meet you. My name is Keshi. I am a singer-songwriter, producer from Houston, Texas.
Amazing.
All
I mean,
right.
I'm
Houston?
sure. People already know the music and the name, especially if you've been to like Head in the Clouds or anything like that. You know who Keshi is for
Coachella.
sure. Coachella, for sure.
Listen, we're talking about big stuff, but you got big stuff coming up on this tour.
Yes,
we got to
I
talk
do.
about that. I mean, the venues you're playing Forum here.
Yes.
Madison Square Garden. That's
Madison Square
sick.
Garden. Yeah.
So, like, how do you prepare for like these big venues, these iconic places?
You have to have a lot of touring beforehand to feel comfortable, I guess. I'm still like a little bit nervous. I don't think I'll really feel the nerves until I'm actually in the green room.
Yeah.
But I think I am pretty confident in the show and like our my tenure and the track record of everything. So I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm surrounded by a family that I've curated over 5 years being in this thing now. So like I'm so proud that I've been able to take them from clubs to theaters to amphitheaters to an arena like this. So
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about curating them for like 5 years, so that involves a lot of trust. Like,
Yeah.
how involved are you in the creative when you're putting together?
Oh, dude,
the show?
I'm fully in it, but I also am neurotic about my own creative process, and I acknowledge how long it takes to master something. So I never want to, impose on their sort of vision and trust in. I trust in the care that they're gonna put into mine, even if I can't. Like, I just gotta trust the process. You know what I mean? And it always pans out just fine. So, I love them very, very much.
What do you need on the road though? Like when you have a big trek like this coming up, like what's your must-haves, your essentials?
So you're talking about my
standard?
rider or just like in general?
Your rider, but in general, like the
In
rider's
general?
fun too. I feel like fans will want to know what's on this
I
rider.
want to know what's on your rider.
But
Yeah.
We'll do rider first. Like rider, the things that I reach for, because like I said, it's a family of people that I bring in my particular room, so it's not just my rider.
You're
Even though
like,
it should be
Right.
There's
just
people
Yeah.
putting stuff on your rider.
exactly. I'm not gonna say no. You know what I mean? I'll skip on like the salads and stuff. Like I'll ask for fruit in case like I need like a quick pick me up. But the things I reach for are like whiskey and cup ramen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Those are the
specific.
two only things that coffee, I guess. But usually I'll send somebody
Right.
to get like espresso like outside.
Nice.
What else do I need? A candle is nice.
Ooh.
A candle is like once
Okay.
I feel like once you get to an arena green room, they start becoming locker rooms.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yep.
they're a little bit hard to settle into, so you just kind of ask for little things here and there to make it feel more homey. And in order for them to kind of deceive you into thinking that it's not a locker room, they'll curtain everything off into this like really dreary black curtain.
Yep.
And then it just feels like you're in a weird, low quality set for stuff that's like adult only.
So you add the
Honestly.
candle. And
Yeah.
Now
kinda
it's
create a
nice.
vibe.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
It's nice.
Now,
Yeah.
this is completely off subject, but now I want to ask you because you said you like whiskey and then you went to espresso. Have you
Yeah.
ever tried whiskey and an espresso martini?
No, that sounds like it would
sounds
not be
crazy.
pleasant.
Listen, I was in
Yeah.
Nashville
Yeah?
and they made me try it, and I
Nashville
think
sounds
you
like
should.
the kind of place where they would,
Just saying, bro.
yeah,
Just saying.
yeah.
Give
It was
give a
good.
try.
It was
Give it a
good.
try.
Typically, I think it's what vodka or
Tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah, I've only seen vodka or tequila. I don't know if people are.
Well, now we're just putting anything in there, dog.
Just anything alcoholic is
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
And espresso.
Yeah,
And
espresso,
espresso.
and espresso.
But but
Yeah.
in general, like when you're on the road, like how do you keep peace? How do you like stay calm?
You know,
and, like,
it depends
locked in?
because every region that I tour is a little bit different, you know?
Yeah.
So, in the States, we have the luxury of being able to get on a tour bus and to hit the road that way. In Asia, touring on a bus is less feasible. You're flying a lot more often. They both have their pros and cons. In Europe, the roads are narrower, so like instead of having a wider bus, you have a double-decker bus. So there's different sorts of like challenges for each thing. Honestly, dude, the only thing I really need on the road is like my team, like my family. Like
Oh my
they keep me
goodness.
right, and like I know touring can be hard and like stressful, and you're trapped in a vacuum, like a weird vortex where like time doesn't move. Like you're living the same day over and over again.
Yeah.
But for everybody else outside of that vortex, time moves, So you gotta really
Right.
love the people you're working with.
Wow, I've never heard it explained that way. That was really
No, yeah,
good.
it is the
I feel
exact
that.
same night over and over again. But yeah, as long as I have them with me, I'm very happy. you know.
Awesome.
Yeah. Does it ever get old though? Like kind of living the same day? No, you
Well,
love
not
it?
like I said, when I'm with them, it's never
Yeah.
old. Like, the thing that I actually look forward to the most is the post show munchies. Like, I can't remember. We call it like midnight meal or something like that.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, like second dinner.
Yeah.
Where like all of us are pretty wasted, and we just want like some terrible fast food to put in our bodies before we go to sleep. And
Do
have
you
to
ever
wake up.
run into fans at the place you're doing second dinner?
No. Yeah, sorry. Let me explain second dinner.
Ordered.
It happens. It actually happens in my room, in my hotel room,
okay,
where everybody will come up there, and we'll have already ordered post show food. My tour manager is amazing. Like, bless her heart, she takes such great care of me.
Yeah.
She'll always give me the menu for what we're getting afterwards, and like she'll hand me my little lunchbox, send me in the car, and I'm on my way back to my hotel. I'm like eating the fries, and I'm ready to go to sleep. So
Nice. I love that. I mean, speaking of, tour music, Requiem, everything, as somebody who's always been really hands-on, I feel like with all of your music and touring and everything, how do you create like this cohesive aesthetic from scratch?
Oh, dude, it takes a village. It's
Yeah.
definitely never just me on my own. So many hours of conversation and love and care went into creating the vision for what the record is today, and like it just has to be that way. Like I just care too much. I don't want to put anything out that's like half baked or anything. So yeah, that's all it is. Like a team of people that really care about what they do.
Right. Has it evolved from when you first started, from being just you and then now
Oh,
including a
absolutely.
team?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was very, like all things in my life and in this career, it's been very gradual.
Right.
And serendipitous at the same time. I just kind of fell
Yeah.
into the perfect hands of people that love me, and I love them back. So
Yeah.
and also the vision for what my artist project has changed and evolved with their input.
Yeah.
What Keshi was in 2019 is different from what Keshi was in 2022 and 2023. And what he is in 2025 is different from then, and what he's going to be in 27 is going to be different from now. So
Yeah.
And I feel like when I listen to your music, you have a very I guess cinematic approach to things.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm a nerd
very
about
big.
that.
So,
Yeah.
but so when you're creating, like, what comes first? Is it the music first? Is it the story and the lyrics? Like, where do you start?
I think there are so many different ways to start this like nugget of an idea that is like the song, and it's always a metaphor for me of like, I like to say like pulling away at like string or like yarn until you get the whole thread, and then you keep on going. Another way to look at it is like chipping away at like marble, but it can start in any way from like, I like a chord-based approach, so whether I'm on the piano or the guitar first. If I'm feeling frisky, I'll like start with a sample, usually a sample that I've made. Like I'll record a little thing with my guitar and my vocals in one track and just like mess it up until it's like unrecognizable, and then start from there. Just anything to get the juices flowing. And lyrics are harder for everybody, but sometimes life just happens and you have an idea in your head, and that's like the first thread. Whatever feeling or emotion, that's literally the core idea. That's the most important thing to making a song and seeing it to getting fleshed out. So it can happen in the shower. I write a lot in Ubers, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
God.
at airports. It's funny.
I would
I
not
feel
be
like I'd be
focused.
so distracted and just like stressed out.
Dude, the funniest
bad.
thing is that like ideas happen when you're not thinking about it, or when you're not like pressuring them to come out. So honestly, a lot of my writing recently has been in places that haven't been the studio. The studio is more of a place for sonics and like capturing sounds and like, getting excited over playing, something loud over my, amazing speakers.
Yeah.
But sometimes mundane situations force your mind to be imaginative.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
Imagine is like notes app though. You're not like with a
yeah.
notebook. With
No. Oh, actually, I do. It's the same thing. Whatever's nearby. Anything to get the idea out. It doesn't really matter. Notes app is really easy. I was just at the airport waiting for my flight, and I was writing.
Yeah.
I used to write on paper a lot. In Logic, which is the software that I make music in,
Yeah.
there is a notepad in there. typewriter. I like to use a typewriter sometimes.
Okay.
When I'm feeling poetic and artsy.
Where do you find a typewriter?
Amazon. It has a lot of stuff.
Listen, I just
Nice.
haven't seen one in a while. I wanted to double check.
Just Amazon.
Yeah.
So your fan base, though, I mean, I love, because this is a question that I asked Lisa from Blackpink as well, because I feel like it's rare to have an artist with a fan base that spans continents.
Yes.
You know, first of all, how does that feel for you? And
Surreal.
then with that like level of visibility, how do you stay grounded?
Staying grounded is I think a very easy thing for me. I'd like to think that I like am able to stay grounded. I have a lot of anchors, that keep me at bay. Like I worked as an oncology nurse for a couple of years before I did this.
What?
So yeah.
He was a nurse.
What a career!
For a long time, yeah.
And
that was a switch.
Yeah. Well, I think that perspective helps remind me that things are never that bad. I'm a musician that gets to live out their dream of making music with amazing artists and playing shows to people that want to listen. I will never not be grateful. I'm always grateful.
Right.
And the other part of your question was just the global part of everything. That is something that feels like a superpower.
Definitely. Yep.
I hear it a lot where I take it not take it for granted, but I almost assume that everybody has it this way.
Right.
And then you hear from other people that they say like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's very like in a market.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It doesn't happen for everybody. I was telling a story recently where like I treat Japan like a sanctuary when I head out there. And I get to walk around and kind of not have to be like completely covered up and hidden, But the last time that I performed there, I did 2 sold out arenas of like 12,000 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like, I don't think that I can maybe navigate as easily as I used to anymore. And that makes me it's like a little bittersweet, I guess. But Tokyo is already filled with so many people. Like,
Right.
I think that finding me there might be a little bit of a needle in a haystack situation. So I
guess my question would be like, what's a place that you have been that you would like thought you were super incognito?
Yeah.
And you were like surprised you were recognized.
Tokyo, like I was in full like hat, mask, big jacket. Like maybe it was the way I dressed, but the hair really gave it away.
Oh, really?
Back when I chopped my hair off like 5 days ago, or maybe a week ago before I went to Paris Fashion Week. And
you had a ponytail, didn't you?
Yeah, I had
For a
like
long time.
hair down to my shoulders.
Okay,
so like
okay.
it's been like 5 years since I've seen my own shoulders. But yeah, I just felt like I wanted a little bit of a change. And, so it was
Nice.
I think now with the short hair, maybe I can get around.
Yeah,
but now that I'm exposing myself on air, maybe not. So.
Yeah, now
that people see.
now you can't do it,
Yeah.
Well, you've spoken a lot about the importance of like honesty and intimacy in
Yeah,
your music.
yeah.
But how do you, because you have such a big fan base and dedicated fan base, how do you decide what to share and what to keep private?
I am pretty like private in general. I don't think it's that hard. I don't think it's that hard to distinguish the two. It's really based off of like a comfort level. And for all the hooting and hollering that like my team does to like get me to like be more accessible, like I am, reluctant and admittedly pretty adamant on maintaining like my sanity in that way.
Yep, I feel it.
Like, yeah, sometimes the discourse just doesn't interest me anymore, and I like protecting my peace.
Yeah.
Especially as I get like a little older,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you talk about being accessible. I feel like all of us, from artists or us in media, we all creating content all the time, right? Like that's a part of our life. So when you approach creating content, how is that for you? Does it feel like natural or like a part of the work?
Yeah, no, I am so intentional with everything, and I think the era of art that I really enjoyed was also like really intentional and like took time to craft and maybe I'm just not comfortable putting out things that didn't like take me a ton of time. Like, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I like expressing myself and have thrived in expressing myself in this way.
Yeah.
And like that's what brings me happiness at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So like I just don't see the sense in doing things that make me unhappy. For what purpose? You know, what more do I need? And what more do I, you know what I mean?
Approach,
like,
man.
Is it like the difference between like posting your lunch versus posting like a music video, which is like, this feels way better than my salad?
Yeah, I guess so. I think, you know what it is? Here's the truth. Other forms of content that thrive recently are very difficult for me to make.
I feel it.
It's actually like it's so much more painful. And that's just me because I'm like a weirdo, you know, like, there's only so much of myself that I'm willing to share.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the truth. If it weren't so painful for me, trust me, I'd be on.
Well, listen, I respect it, man. It's
Yeah.
a lot of work to create content, and it doesn't always feel natural for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for y'all for helping me facilitate in
Listen,
that
because this just gets to be a conversation. It's not you having to do like a TikTok dance. You know what I mean? And then with you having so many accomplishments and like things you're doing and have done, like how do you stay like sane as far as like grounding yourself? Not as she talked about grounding, but more of like keeping yourself not burnt out.
Keeping myself not burnt out. That's a really good question. I spoke about him earlier, but you know, there's an artist named Boy Life that I took on tour with me, who's kind of just been my muse and a close collaborator recently, and he's honestly really reignited my love for making music.
I love that.
And the truth is so simple, and it's easy to get caught up in other things like metrics or what's doing well now, like that sort of thing. You just want to be present. It's not about like jumping on a certain whatever. Yeah. It's more about like staying connected, and maybe for somebody like me and for somebody like him who, you know, we're like kindred spirits, the truth is in like staying rooted in good music and listening to good music. And I just can't believe I forgot that simple thing, you know.
Well, I gotta follow up with what are you listening to?
Dude, D'Angelo.
D'Angelo?
Dude, yeah.
D'Angelo, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, listen. I didn't know you were gonna throw it back that old school for me.
Dude,
Nice.
honestly, there's something so charming about creating a rule where it's like not allowed to listen to anything after 2006.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
Because there's so much music that already exists. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I will say that's a good thing about like social media and like even the TikTok of everything is that like songs that were from the past keep getting a new life and get reintroduced to new audiences from like trends and stuff like that, which I think is cool.
There's this like, you know, saying of like when, you know, all art is stolen. And the key to being like your favorite artist is to not steal from them, but to steal how they stole, you know?
Oh,
so
he's been dropping so many quotes today. I don't know if you've picked up on all of them, but this man just keeps dropping knowledge.
I hear it.
I'm pulling the yarn. I'm doing all the things.
Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, I've been on a huge like voodoo kick. Just like every time I listen to it, I must have listened to it like 100 times by now. But like I'm learning something new, or there was something in the arrangement I didn't hear before. The musicality on that record is so unparalleled, and I'm almost embarrassed that it took me so long to like, you know, get into it. And one of my favorite records of all time is Continuum, and I didn't realize just how much of a love letter that record is to voodoo as well. You know, so not to say that my next record is gonna sound like voodoo. I'm just talking about the approach, and the intentionality that it took to get to a place like that is something I really admire, and it's something that I'm willing to spend the time to achieve. So
were you ever into emo bands at all?
Oh yeah,
because prior to 2006, I mean, that was
my,
like around the
My
time,
Chemical
right?
Romance, All Time Low. I mean, not quite emo, but like that pop punk thing was something that I grew up on too. So it was just whichever girl I was talking to, like whatever they were listening to. So Never Shout Never was like a thing.
Oh, true. I was into Paramore at the time. Still to this day.
Oh wow,
has my heart a little bit.
And then you're talking about like artists that have inspired you or you listen to, but there's artists that have supported you and listened to you. I love that a couple of guys in BTS, RM Jungkook, have shown you some love and stuff like that. So how is it to have other legends in the industry like show you support? And I mean, they're coming back. So how
I'm
you feel
very grateful for it. It's so funny. So like for me growing up in the States, being Asian American, I didn't have like a ton of role models in the industry that looked like me, you know? So I found heroes in other places, you know? So Korean music is one of them, and I have a big hero over there, and his name is Dean, And he's he's so incredible. Yeah. I'm just Diet Dean.
Diet Dean.
I'm just Diet Dean.
But you know, so it's so funny for me to have been so inspired by him, and for it to come back around to Korea full circle is just kind of like, no, y'all got it on lock over there. Like, don't look at me. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it's very humbling. It's something I'm very proud of. Yeah. And yeah.
Well, a couple more things, just because we are, as a podcast, I don't even think we even like spoke about who the hell we are, what we do. Yeah. It's mostly about like coming from inside of the industry and giving advice to those who might want to be a part of it someday, or, you know, or just interested in the behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So any young new artist that is starting out and wants to maintain their vision, what advice would you have for them?
Just make music because you love it, for no other reason but because you love it, because it's like breathing air. Yeah. Like that's like the only reason like why I do it. Yeah. Like there are certain parts of it that are really nice, you know, that, like I said, like I'll never take for granted, like having an audience or being able to tour or getting to go to fashion shows, or, you know, it could be all these sorts of things. But at the end of the day, for me, it has always just been about making music. And even if I didn't do this professionally, I would still be making music. Yeah. Because I love it, you know? Yeah. And it's about like the process of making it that brings me joy. Right. Having the song is nice, but no, I love making music. Yeah. So that there doesn't need to be any other reason. I get it. Know?
Well, I want to actually follow up that, because you made me think about a guy in the industry I really appreciate, Benson Boone. Yeah. And like everything that's happening with him right now. Yeah. And how he's kind of like leaning into like, okay, people have all these opinions on my music, but like I'm gonna make fun of it too, and kind of like if something like that was to happen to you, how do you feel about like you're like make music because you love it, but maybe you love it and then everybody else hates one of your albums or something, dude? How do you like deal with the public knowledge?
I don't care. I would use more colorful language, but I don't care. I don't care. Nice. Like it's great when your artistic vision aligns with what the public wants to eat that day. Right. But like, I would argue that a lot of the time they're not sure what they want and they're looking for something new anyways, you know? So like, how can you do something different and unique without trying to venture off to the beaten path? Or off the beaten path, sorry. Yeah. Like also I have no advice for that situation that you were talking about, because like I've never been put through the ringer like that. I don't envy it. Tough. I you know, I think that there are, you know, certain trades that I'm presented that I'm not willing to make that trade, you know? So like I would just like check out and just like bury my head in the music thing. That's all like I really care about, you know? So
yeah. But your idea of success, I mean, has that changed at all from when you first started?
No. Yes. Yes, it has. Because my first idea of success was just playing a show.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like that's all. I remember having my first call with my my manager, and he was like, "What do you want from this?" I was like, "I want a tour." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Okay. Anything else, like brand deals,
money,
like do you
number one album,
like you think about merchandise, like, and it's not even from a business. It was about expanding the world in any other way. And I was like, no, I want to play shows. Yeah, it has changed. You know, expectations scale, and one of the big things I'm learning recently is how to manage my expectations, and do mismanaged expectations equal failure, or does it like how, that's kind of what I'm wrangling with, like how much is enough, like how much do you need, am I not perfectly happy with what I have right now, which is the ability to make art whenever I want, however I want, because I've actually set myself up for this kind of success where it's like I've just, like, for example, I've just built a balls to the wall recording studio in my home. Oh, nice. And this is not a home studio. This is a real recording studio in my house. Nice. And I have been insistent and so stubborn about learning every part that I can understand about recording and producing and arranging and playing all these instruments, that like I will never have to depend on anybody to make music, and that's all that I want.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna be like an old man making hit songs like at 60 that never get released, and I'm like, yeah,
they're a hit in my house.
Yeah, in my house.
Well, last question before we wrap. So you make a lot of, I feel like, love songs. I don't know. Do you consider them to be love songs?
Tons,
okay. For somebody who's like just starting out in a relationship, what would you say would be the best kind of dedication, like an our song moment?
Ooh,
an our song moment.
Yeah, like maybe a wedding
one of yours.
song someday?
Oh, one of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of your songs. Yeah.
I mean, I have a couple, but if I had to think of like a wedding dance kind of a song, Soft Spot, but not the main record version. There's an acoustic version that's a lot more low key that I put out to help push the song.
Yeah.
And I had no business making that version as good as it is. It's so easy for, a team of people to just say like, just track to acoustic guitars, same chords, and fly the old vocals on there. But it doesn't feel the same. There's a feel and delivery, and I didn't need to get in a studio to do it.
Yeah.
I woke up, made coffee, used the restroom, get into the studio, turn on all my gear and everything, and I just laid it down in the day before I had to catch a flight, So like it's that easy for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fellas out there, you know what song to play. Soft Spot, acoustic.
Soft Spot acoustic version is the answer. So,
amazing. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
I feel like I learned so much.
No, dude, no. Thank you so much.
It was great talking to you.
Thank you.
And where can they find Tetris?
It's Tetris Bish on all social media.
Yeah.
And where can they find you, Keshi?
At Keshi, Keshi on all social media. So.
Lucky to get that name. Amazing. Just at Keshi. And then I am Brooke Morrison. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Until next time. Bye.
Yay.